I can see that we are having 5 papers, and in the 5 papers, one paper will be artificial intelligence holds immense potential to address the most pressing global problem. That will be presented by Dr. Mohammedin Hassan Ahmed. Next paper will be taken by assessing financial inclusion.
Mr. Basu.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yes.
Basu. We have just one paper.
Okay, which paper, sir?
The first paper.
Okay.
Intelligence.
Fine, sir. Okay. So we will be having another paper, the artificial intelligence holds immense potential to address the most pressing global problem, and it will be presented by Dr. Mohammad Hassan Ahmed. So please, the stage is open to you.
Sorry, I'm Dr. Mohammad Hassan Ahmed, not Hassan.
Hassan Ahmed. Sorry for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
May I go ahead with my presentation?
Yes, sir. Now it is open to you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody all over the world. Actually, my time is synchronized with Turkish time. It's the same time as it's in Turkey. I'm talking about the infinite potential of the AI in solving global challenges, global problems, global issues. When you think of some of the issues that are the pressing issues the world is faced with nowadays, what comes to our mind is either educational constraints, educational field, or climatic disaster, or engineering and transportation. But I'm going to focus because it concerns the whole gamut of our daily life, and in fact it's so encompassing and affects every aspect of our life in the modern day today that it's hard to encapsulate all of it in 10 minutes. But I'm going to talk about 3 major areas which are climate change, healthcare, education. And I'm going to explain how these 3 challenges can be met to the fullest potential if we harness this powerful tool. It's not a tool per se, but it's a whole scientific technological arena which have altered the face of the earth, and it's so explosive and it's so promising. At the same time, it has its own pitfalls and it has its own dark sides, but it is really promising, and I'm experiencing all of it in my personal life as for my advancement of my career and all that. So when it comes to revolutionizing the healthcare, it's a wonderful application where we can detect diseases in a very early stage where humans combined intelligence fails, because the kind of data and the kind of algorithm, the kind of harvesting of all the overall data, diagnostics, particulars and all that gives a unique insight to the practitioners, and they can come up with not an early detection, also with the personalized treatment, and it can give an eye to the practitioners, the predictive analytics. This obviously leads to the improved patients' outcomes and more efficient healthcare system. We can have early warning system, we can have the first response system, we can have the immediate diagnostics, even through our mobile phones. We can see that there are some applications which can harness and give you early indications of the early troubles that we may suffer from, especially among elderly and those people who cannot make it to hospital on time. So the next big area is where we are worried about climate change, and it's creating already havoc all over the world. We see in the United States it's the tornado and huge flash floods and burning of the forestry in Australia, and even in the US and in India also. We're reeling under the extreme scorching heat, and we are not able to predict extreme weather events, but thanks to the AI extreme robust weather pattern diagnostics and analyzing and analyzing the environmental data from pressure belts to the wind directions and the oceanic even the glaciers and melting glaciers. And so it can come up with the really innovative solutions for an early warning of the disastrous, whether it's for the fishermen on the sea, or whether it's the people on boards, or those who are agricultural, land farmings, and they can have a preemptive strike and preventive preparations for, and this is going to sustain our future in the sense that we'll have better control over climatic emergencies. So, of course, when it comes to education, it's already altering, it's revolutionizing the very shape of, with the intelligent tutoring, personalized learning. I mean, all over the world we have bots and even personalized tutors. They can tune into as a person, like teacher or trainer or whatever, like your own peer, and you can coax and calm, and you can put it to question you, and you can quiz it to get at the bottom of both those complex problems, whether it's mathematics or scientific theories or and even for I'm talking about as an English language instructor, I know that the way it helps in the pronunciation drill and kind of gives us the intelligence in the corpus, big corpus, linguistics corpus. And data-driven insights helps students to engage, a better engagement online without even the presence of the tutor or the human teacher all the time. In fact, I've heard and I've known that in Bangalore there is a teacher, a robotic teacher, has already taken over as a very friendly tutor, and the students have loads of liking for her, and it's really assisting in hundreds of ways, and is getting inroads and getting into the mainstream. So if AI continues to advance, and I'm sure that it's going to advance with its NVIDIA's robust data curations, storage and computational power, which is mind-boggling. I mean, with the kind of Blackwell and computational power that it's acquiring, it's no wonder that a couple of years is going to be so phenomenal, and is going to have an access to, that's what we are seeing in automated, piloted or autonomous vehicles and autonomous, diagnostics, autonomous, and it ensures, as long as we can ensure our privacy and bias, and as we feed our personal to it, and at the cost of our, the kind of, it would definitely, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, because we are simply wary of, we have had, taken up technologies in the past, even our mobile phone, and earlier, they were AI assisted in one fact. I mean, AI is nothing new. In fact, every form of technology we're using is somehow or the other, it engages, applies AI in one sense or the other. And it's really crucial to go ahead with, not only its application in the daily life and educational front, and just training and upskilling, and the fear that's really unfounded, and I don't go by, and I don't really swallow this kind of that is going to take our jobs and is going to replace our jobs. And we need to develop strategies for upskilling and training and become, it's let the heavy load of the work for, the repetitive task take over by these AI held, devices or robots or whatever you call them. And it's creating a new opportunity in the AI-driven economy, and it's going to create more jobs than it's going to take away from them. So AI is transforming the financial sectors through fraud detection. We are going digital, and India is really the paramount leader in the digitization process. And I can witness the fact that everything is getting digitized, and all platforms are robustly, working on the digital platform. You don't have to carry your currency and paper and all that. It's you pay or your pay or a Paytm and all that, and it's taking the larger roles of. So there are risk management in the sense that if you make a fool of yourself, and if you are, if you don't know how to handle the technology, you will always be at a loss, because your personal financial services, it can be a guide, a trusted guide. It can be take care of your investment. It can be enhance your security, and it can enhance your efficiency in all the fields. And whether it's banking, investment, or it's a personal front, or whether it's upskilling, or whether it's so it's all up to you how you take up the potentials of technology with the rapid. I mean, let's see in the case of rapid disaster response, where humans fail, and we take a lot of time to even negotiate the paths and reach there. And there are situations where there is fire, and with human accessibility is almost impossible. And robotics can get into the service, and they can have your exact modeling for the GPS and then predictive modeling. And now we know that we are in the sky, we are hovering over all the kinds of artificial intelligence devices, and it's even delivering the stuff to our doors. And so it enhances our preparedness, improves the effectiveness of human trained efforts. And so global cooperation, it's all over the world, in all of the walks of our life, and all aspects are, whether it's cross-cultural communication, knowledge sharing, or collaborative projects, so it transcends geographical boundaries and promoting unity and understanding. Let's see this platform today, 250 people all over the globe, and they're joined together with one technology that's allowing us to be face to face with the. So AI and sustainable, when we are thinking of how we can survive for coming many more years with more income for the people in general, more resources management, minimum wastage of minimize the wastage of the precious resources, and how do we plan our future cities? Urbanization not at a breakneck speed with poor and under resource services, and we can have a very planned and grand planning where we can have sustainable development of the climatic control and environmental conservation. So it's going to achieve a period, and even UN and other agencies have witnessed to that, and world governments are ready to employ and even take up. There is a charter, a UN charter, and which has taken up the role of how to deploy the AI-assisted applications in the system development goals. So AI is harnessed for social goods through applications, public health, poverty alleviation. Poverty alleviation, it's the biggest concern, and we can see that how cheaper medicines are being, and even early detection of the cancer is possible, and how we can at the doorsteps provide the mobile medical services to those who are suffering in the far-flung areas in African countries and where humanitarian aid cannot even reach. So we have a transportation, we have a air lifting, and we have the aviation industry is no exception to the rule. So it empowers communities, organizations worldwide. It addressing and pressing social challenges. Challenges can be of any sort. It could be personal, it could be universal. And when it comes to our fear of data privacy and all that, we have the e-governance, and we have the government. There are layers of security and encryptions, and we're using bankings and services, and we have our the person. If you don't give consent, and you know where you're giving consent and how far you're giving consent, so this mechanism is essential for safeguarding personal information in our system. So we don't have to worry about there's going to be only used for nefarious activities or nefarious purposes. It can be used to provide services, like just simple iPhone. Artificial intelligence. In the iPhone now we have Siri. Now Siri can do most of the jobs you are reliant upon the hundreds of applications. It will work for your GPS, work for your commands, and it will let you choose the things for you. It will guide you. It will never let you lost in the wilderness. So if you are really worried about providing threat detections and anomaly recognition, it will save you from being, there are deep fakes issues and all that. But the thing is that only technology can detect the right kind of, facial recognitions, and that's what we're using at the airport and other security system where there is a fail-safe systems and iris recognition. So adaptive defense mechanism can go wonderfully into the we can see resilience against cyber threats, enhance digital security, and the world government and world is witnessing it. I mean, it's no denying the fact that look at this in the agriculture. Now, even in our rural areas, these are farmers and those who are high-tech guys, they are going for a good breeding, good plantation, and then there are chips and sensors attached to each of the application where it tells you when your plant needs the water, when your plants need the fertilization, when your plant is ready to be harvested. So AI revolutionary agriculture through precision farming. When I talk of precision farming, you don't have to rely on the monsoon all the time. You don't have to wait for the plants to grow. You can really monitor, and you'll be in control of crop monitoring and the yield also. In the past we used to have a very low per capita yield. Now we have optimized it to the extent that it can tackle the hunger of the masses. So African countries used to rely on the starvations, and we used to be very, very dependent on the meager sources of food, and now we can secure the food and energy sustainability. So it enhances agriculture efficiency, and probably maybe we are driving away from the agriculture, but agriculture remains the mainstay of countries like India and bigger countries like so. Now, I already talked about how AI and smart cities can, really, when we go to Shenzhen and we see China, how China is developing within 6 months to 1 year, the kind of self-sustainable developmental cities where we don't have, the zero carbon footprints, and we have, the best transportation system. We run on green fuel. We have energy usage, and even urban services are so robust. And it creates, sustainable effect. You don't have to worry about, what does coal or this is dirty and filthy kind of sources of the powering of the. So we have the energy security and efficient urban environments of future generations. And the thing is, what are we leaving for our future generations? Are we living in a parched land with loads of, carbon monoxide, and then it's impossible to breathe here? Or are we living this planet with some sort of, as we found it, greener, cleaner, and with zero emissions and all that. That's what we're aiming for. UN and climate control, all the countries are unitedly aiming for, and that's not possible without the, applications, deployment of AI applications. And so, of course, it allows us to be very creative, and believe me, I'm a witness to this, that it empowers your inner innate endowments and abilities to create newer things, and it fuels your creative innovation through generative. Look and see, we just think of the things now and in the text, and we can ask it to come into the life, like pictures and all. Sora is like you just put the input in words, and it brings about videos, and those videos are brilliant videos, are like the one you could have. Best cameras cannot capture it. So the artistic collaboration all over the world, whether it's music, whether it's instruments, whether it's orchestrating the things and in the filmdom, and graphic designing and content creation is already taken to loads of high level content creation, and expands the boundaries and possibilities of artistic expressions and fosters new forms of creativity in more than 1,000 ways. So now, if looking into the future of AI, I'm so optimistic. I'm wildly optimistic about and future is here. I'm not talking about the distant future. The future of AI holds immense potential for addressing complex global problems, driving innovation across industries. And all the industry 3.0 is over. Now we are no more in the industrial revolutions and where machines and working. We're going to create robots. The robots will create further robots, and they will be creating machines, and those will be very smart machines. We're talking about Internet of Things, where things will be so interconnected and intertwined that we would be hardly, believing that we're in a collaborative world where, my car, I can talk to my car, I can talk to my, gadgets, I can talk to my phone, And embracing responsible development is essential for shaping a positive future. And future is really holding loads and loads of promises for not just one section of society, but the entire humanity at large. So it's its transformative force with the potential to address global challenges and drive positive societal impact. And we need to embrace it. We need to be behind the scene. We have to outstretch our hands with these deployment and without fearing, without having it. I mean, we can remain Luddite and we will simply say, oh, this technology, and we're not going to accept it. This is an advanced technology and it's fostering collaboration crucial to shaping a sustainable and inclusive future. So there's no point in fact, I would have gone for the kind of large language models were being used now. With most of the giants are into this fray and they're pumping billions of dollars for including Microsoft and Google. I mean, Google Classroom and Gemini Classroom is a wonderful thing, for any educator. He's not going to find it less worthy than any of the other sources that are at hand. This is what I need to impress upon. I mean, if I'm allowed to continue, I have more stuff to talk about, but I think I've exceeded the time limit or what? Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is almost the time. And the best part, do you want to speak more, sir?
I would. I mean, if just wanted to.
No, we have to. We
I
have
just
to
want.
check. Actually, it is not possible now.
All right.
Actually, we have.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
So, by the way, Dr. Muhammad, you have taken up new avenues. You have scratched up new avenues of the societal interest in terms of the artificial intelligence. And this is the best part of the CEO Congress in Turkey. That some of them in the yesterday's paper, they have spoke about the negative effect. And today you are stretching out the new positive effect of the and positive societal effect in terms of AI. And so, this is a good platform of the CEO Congress where we can have the paper that are saying different aspects of the research. That is the same thing. Means AI for the societal aspect, you have spoke for the positive one. Yesterday, somebody spoke about the negative aspects. So obviously, this is a very good platform. We can have more insights into it. We can explore new avenues in the coming days. Thank you so much.
Surely. It would be my pleasure to delve deeper into this aspect, any of the aspects, because I'm knee deep into it, and I've been keeping an eye on what's happening all over the globe in the world of AI. So, thank you.
Really, I will be in touch with you because my subject is also entrepreneurship, and we can have some new type of research in entrepreneurship and artificial intelligence that can help the societal part. Obviously, I have taken your email ID, so I will be in touch with you.
Why not? Thank you
and
so
also
much.
The CEO Congress.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Okay.
It's my pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Thanks. And with that, can I ask anybody there to present papers? If anybody is left with the papers and want to present,